Ladies and gentlemen, as you may already know, the $2,000 checks are coming, baby, and more are on the way. The checks are coming, the checks are coming, the checks are coming. Really? Democratic U.S. Senators Bernie Sanders of Vermont, Kamala Harris of California, and Eddie Markey of Massachusetts are proposing to pay U.S. taxpayers $2,000 a month. And they're going to pay you $2,000 for March, April, May, and whatever other month passes until they make this plan the law of the land. It's called the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act. Senator Sanders argues that the $1,200 economic impact payment was not enough for Americans to put food on the table, to pay rent, to make ends meet. He argues that if the federal government can bail out banks and other businesses, that it can ensure that, quote, everyone in this country has enough income to pay for the basic necessities of life. Now pop that dawn, baby. It's $20.99. I know you've heard it already, but it's so sweet to my ears that you're gonna have to plug a cavity on my eardrum and yours. Every person that makes less than $120,000 during the pandemic and 3 months thereafter will get a $2,000 a month check. $2,000 a month, that's chump change, Neil. I can barely rent out half a toilet seat in Manhattan for that amount. And this includes non-resident, undocumented aliens who pay taxes. The U.S. government will pay joint filing married couples $4,000. The federal government will also pay families $2,000 per child for up to 3 children, which means the federal government will send checks for up to $10,000 for a family with 3 children. The U.S. government also the U.S. government will also pay you back payments dating back to March. I would love to tell you some other naughty things that the government has in store. Nonetheless, I like to keep the channel family friendly. At $10,000 a month for the month of March, April, May, that means you're gonna get out the gate 30 grand, baby. Whatever my man Bernie's smoking, I want it. I want to burn with the burn. Nonetheless, give me my shrooms in tea, brewed, not stirred, unsweetened. I'm sweet enough. People on food stamps get a payment. People on SSI get a payment. People who don't file taxes get a payment. People on Medicare and on rent control and other housing services get a payment. You get a check, you get a check, you get a check, you get a check. And I want to know what I really think? This is a joke, man. Do you actually think that a Republican-controlled Senate and a president who is willing to let more people die to prematurely open up businesses in this country is going to let a plan like this softly float onto the Don's desk for an authentic 2020 collectible Donald J. Trump signature? You guys are smarter than that. Larry Kudlow, the White House chief economic advisor, already told reporters this morning that the White House will not entertain any other stimulus package proposals this month. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only May 8th. You have another 3 weeks before anybody in the White House even considers sniffing the ink on the paper of any proposal, let alone anything this extraordinary and wild. Mr. Kudlow stuck to his guns this morning. Same talking points you're getting from the Treasury, from the President. Kudlow told journalists, and I quote, "Well, we just had another big infusion." Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican from Kentucky, is on the same boat. Senator McConnell wants to see how the $2.8 trillion package is going to work to recover the economy. Uncle Sam is like, America, listen, I just gave you El Chapo's and Pablo Escobar's fortune. Now go out and buy those $2,500 Jordans for which you've been fiending on Nike.com at full price. Not the scuffed up used pair on eBay. And please avoid the clearance shelf at Marshall's and the flea market. You want to spend $2,500, not 25 cents. They're trying to save the economy by opening up for business, report on great numbers and forecasts next month, and then going on stimulus light. Watch. Straight up and down, you'll probably be lucky to get a gift certificate for a Big Mac, at least at the 40 Deuce location. Republicans right now, they're covering their faces with dual filtered respirators and they're wiping down papers with plans and proposals for stimulus checks with alcohol and bleach. They want social distancing from anything resembling a stimulus check. And I'm talking about the real social distancing from here to Wuhan. They're putting stimulus checks on quarantine right now. Republican Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana said the following, and I quote, "Well, people in hell want ice water too. I mean, everybody has an idea in a bill, usually spend more money. It's like a Labor Day mattress sale around here." Republican Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin, oh, that rhymes. Ron Johnson from Wisconsin said the following, "I wasn't a real big supporter of that in the first round. This isn't your classic recession. So what do you want? A 22nd century recession where a rusty one-armed robot is trying to chop a carrot with a moldy plastic butter knife?" I'm not even going to keep reading Republican quotes. Reportedly, not even the White House could convince Republicans to fund 2 rounds of stimulus checks. The Trump administration requested $500 billion for 2 rounds of stimulus checks. Instead, Congress gave them $250 billion for the CARES Act, which is the $1,200 check that everybody got. Even Democrats in swing states want proposals that Republicans would more likely support. They're more open to taking tax breaks and liability protection for businesses. In other words, they want to block your right to sue your boss if you get sick with the virus after going back to work. There's really only one group of Democrats that want recurring monthly payments. Nonetheless, I hope that these senators already have a plan drafted to which the White House and Republicans can agree so they can get us something. Perhaps one more round of payment and more help to people who really need it. I don't know. That's not my job. But I really hope they're not wasting taxpayers' time, yours and my time, with these proposals that have practically no chance of coming to life. Because all they're doing is teasing and toying with you. I would prefer that they would be real and tell people, listen, these dudes aren't going for recurring payments. We'd be lucky to get a one-time payment. So let's go ahead and shoot for that. I know you have to ask for more so they could basically break you down as you negotiate. You ask for this and they give you this, but come on, this is extraordinary. And the thing is, they're wasting time. That's the whole thing that I'm talking about. They're trying to keep everybody's hopes up, and they're not doing anything to move any type of stimulus package forward. Now, don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all for recurrent payments. I'll take whatever I can get. I'm from Jamaica, South Suicide, Queens, baby. Late 80s, early 90s crack war vet. And I did not volunteer. I was drafted. I was born slumming it. I'm just not one of these fairy tale YouTubers that are trying to get your hopes up with stimulus check nirvana. I speak with a naked tongue. In the immortal words of Rakim, don't sell me a dream, I don't sleep. If you like the video, click the like button. If you want to stay up to date with everything that has to do with the stimulus checks, with the proposals that lawmakers have in store, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Talk soon.